Sophia Loren, born Sophia Villani Ciccolone on September 20th, 1934 in Rome, Italy, was raised in poverty. She began her film career in 1951 and eventually became known as one of the world's most beautiful women. Loren won the Best Actress Academy Award for her role in the film Two Women in 1961 and received an Academy Honorary Award in 1991. She was married to producer Carlo Ponti for 50 years until his death in 2007. Sophia Loren's father, Riccardo Ciccolone, claimed to be a construction engineer. However, he spent most of his time lingering in the entertainment industry, hoping to romance young actresses. One of these actresses was Loren's mother, Romilda Villani. Renowned for her striking resemblance to Greta Garbo, Villani had once received an offer to travel to the United States to serve as Garbo's body double, but her mother refused to let her go. After Loren's birth, her mother took her back to her hometown of Pozzuoli on the Bay of Naples, which one travel book described as perhaps the most squalid city in Italy. Although Riccardo Ciccolone fathered another child by Villani, they never married. As Loren's mother put it, that pig was free to marry me, but instead he dumped me and married another woman. Although she would go on to be considered one of the most beautiful women in history, Loren's wet nurse remembered her as the ugliest child I ever saw in my life. Loren was a quiet and reserved child who grew up in extreme poverty. She lived with her mother and many other relatives in her grandparents' home, sharing a bedroom with 8 other people. Life became even more difficult when World War II devastated the already struggling city of Pozzuoli. The resulting famine was so great that Loren's mother occasionally had to siphon off a cup of water from the car radiator to ration between her daughters by the spoonful. During one aerial bombardment, Loren was knocked to the ground and split open her chin, leaving a scar that has remained ever since. Nicknamed Little Stick by her classmates for her sickly physique, at the age of 14, Loren blossomed, seemingly overnight, from a frail child into a beautiful and voluptuous woman. Loren fondly remembered how much pleasure it brought her to simply stroll down the street after her sudden physical transformation. That same year, she won second place in a beauty competition, which awarded her a small cash prize and free wallpaper for her grandparents' living room. In 1950, when she was 15 years old, Loren and her mother traveled to Rome in pursuit of their dreams of becoming actresses. Loren secured her first role as an extra in the 1951 Mervyn LeRoy film Quo Vadis. She also began working as a model for various fumetti, which are Italian publications that resemble comic books but feature real photographs instead of illustrations. After taking on several minor roles, including a small part in the 1952 film La Favorita, the first film in which she adopted the stage name Loren, she achieved her breakthrough performance in the title role of the 1953 film Aida. Sophia Loren's leading role in The Gold of Naples, 1954, established her as one of the rising stars of Italian cinema. In 1957, she made her Hollywood debut in The Pride and the Passion, which was filmed in Paris and co-starred Cary Grant and Frank Sinatra. During this time, she found herself in a love triangle as both Grant and an Italian film producer named Carlo Ponti professed their love for her. Although Loren had a schoolgirl crush on Grant, she ultimately chose Ponti, a man whom the media humorously noted was twice her age and half her height. Although they were married in 1957, complications surrounding the annulment of Ponti's first marriage delayed their official legal recognition in Italy for another decade. Despite this, Loren and Ponti's marriage is considered one of the rare and heartwarming success stories among celebrity relationships. They remained happily married until Ponti's death in 2007. Loren attributes the success of her relationship to maintaining a low profile despite their celebrity status. She remarked, "Show business is what we do, not who we are." In 1960, Loren delivered the most acclaimed performance of her career in the Italian World War II film Two Women. Drawing parallels to her own childhood, she portrayed a mother struggling to provide for her daughter in war-torn Rome. The film elevated Sophia Loren to international celebrity status, earning her the 1961 Academy Award for Best Lead Actress. She was the first actress to win this award for a non English language film. Throughout the 1960s, Loren continued to star in Italian, American, and French films, solidifying her reputation as one of the great international movie stars of her generation. In the 1960s, her most notable performances include Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow, 1963, which won the Oscar for Best Foreign Film. She also starred in Marriage Italian Style, 1964, earning an Oscar nomination for Best Actress, and appeared alongside Marlon Brando in A Countess from Hong Kong, 1967. In A Countess from Hong Kong, Marlon Brando plays Ogden Mears, an American diplomat, while Sophia Loren stars as Natasha, a beautiful and spirited countess. In her memoir, Loren recounts a distressing experience she had with Brando during the film's production. She describes how unexpectedly Brando made an unwelcome advance by groping her. Reacting swiftly and assertively, the star of Marriage Italian Style confronted him, expressing a mix of anger and strength, and made it clear to Brando, known for a dry white season, that he needed to respect her boundaries. In the 1970s, Loren returned to her native Italy and spent most of the decade making highly popular Italian films. During this time, she gave birth to two sons, Carlo Hubert Leone Ponti Jr., born December 29, 1968, and Eduardo, born January 6, 1973. In the 1980s, she scaled back her intense filming schedule to spend more time raising her teenage children. Loren also ventured into various business pursuits. In 1981, she became the first female celebrity to release her own perfume and soon followed up with a personal eyewear line. Loren published a book titled Women and Beauty in 1994. She continues to act and regularly appears in public as one of the film industry's greatest living legends. Some of her more popular and acclaimed later films include Pret-à-Porter, 1994, Grumpier Old Men, 1995, and Nine, 2009. Loren maintains her youthful energy and age-defying hourglass figure. She can still be seen strutting down the red carpet at award shows, looking fabulous in high heels and low-cut dresses that women several decades her junior would be proud to wear. After more than 100 films and 5 decades in the spotlight, Sophia Loren has remained true to her humble Italian roots. One of the best testaments to this is her impressive ability to deliver her best and most acclaimed performances by portraying down-to-earth women rather than glamorous heroines. As one director recently stated, Sophia is perhaps the only movie star who has never forgotten where she came from. Now residing in Geneva, Switzerland, Loren views the world as a place filled with beauty. I always wake up early and jump out of bed, sometimes reluctantly, as it's easy to find an excuse to skip exercising. I then take a walk for an hour. As I stroll around the park, I often think to myself, maybe around the corner I will discover something beautiful. I always maintain a positive outlook. It's very rare for me to be in a sad or melancholic mood.